everybody, welcome back to Meals with Marcia. Today I'm going to share a recipe with you. It's called potato skins. I'm excited to show you this, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is some medium-sized potatoes, and I normally do 6 potatoes, but today I just did 4 because I just wanted to do a demonstration. I'm going to make a few, and I'm going to save some for my husband when he gets home from work tonight. So anyway, I took 4 medium-sized potatoes and I baked them in the oven at 450. I just wrapped them in foil, 450 for 1 hour. Then I took them out and I set them on top of my stove and let them cool. They're still just barely lukewarm, but you gotta cool them enough so you can handle them, okay? And what I've done so far is I went ahead and cut part of these. This is what they look like. And I'm gonna show you, I just went ahead and done that for time's sake, so I didn't want y'all to have to watch me do 4 of those. So I'm gonna get my potato out. Like I said, it's warm, but it's not hot that I can't touch it. And I'm just gonna cut it in half, just like this. Make sure you get through the skin. And then I'm gonna take a spoon and I'm going to dip down in there, not all the way to the skin, but a good ways down, and scrape that potato out, because we want a little bit of potato left, but we want mostly the skin, because that's what we like. I love to order these when I go to a restaurant. They used to be real popular years ago, and they're delicious. That's what it's supposed to look like. Let me scoop this one out. It is getting Super Bowl time, so I thought this would be a fun video to do. This will be something that you could fix for your guests if you're having a Super Bowl party, or if you just want to have it. Sometimes I cook this when we have steaks, when we grill steaks. I'll cook these instead of baked potatoes because they're very flavorful. All right, there it is. Now, and then I've got my potatoes in here. This is left over. Now you can feed this to your little puppy over here, which mine's waiting for a bite today, Biscuit. Or you could mash them up and make you a little bit of mashed potatoes, or you can make a potato patty out of it. You know, add some flour and egg and salt and pepper and make a little potato patty. There's many things you could do with this, but anyway, that's your leftover, but you can use it for other things. You don't have to waste it. All right, let me grab this stuff and get it out of the way so I can go on to the next step. I'll be right back. Okay, let's bring my skins over here. So I've got 4 medium-sized potatoes, which I'll have 8 skins. Like I said, you can do as much or as little as you want. You can make this as big as you want. But like I said, you got to have a little bit of time because you're going to have to bake those potatoes and get them done and then let them cool a little bit so you can handle them. All right, now I've taken a half a stick of butter and I melted it in the microwave. And then I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic. Now you can do more garlic if you want. I don't know if I can get my 1/4 teaspoon in there, maybe I can. That's not quite a 1/4. I'm going to do, there we go. There's a 1/4. I'm going to stir this up and I'm going to get my little brush. I'm going to stir this up really good. Like I said, if you like more, you can do more garlic, okay? And then we're just going to brush the insides of our potatoes. Really, really good with that garlic butter. As much or as little as you like. You make this the way you want to make it. You make it yours. This is just suggestions and ideas of what I do and how I do things. But if you have a different spin you'd like to put on it, you go ahead and do that. And if you do, share it with me because I'd like to know some new ideas myself. So just brush that in there really good. All right. And I did a half a stick. I probably could have done just a couple of tablespoons instead of a half a stick. But anyway, this is what it looks like so far. Now I'm going to do a little salt. And a little pepper, okay? All right, now I've got my oven preheated at 400 degrees. I'm gonna put these in and I'm gonna cook them for 10 minutes and I'm gonna bring them back out and I'm gonna come back and show you what the next step is, okay? I'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, I have baked my potato skins for 10 minutes. I put the butter with the garlic and the salt and pepper on them, and they're just a little bit brown. They smell so good. This is what they look like. Now, the next step is I've got to top them with the toppers that I'm going to do, and I'm going to be using some shredded cheese. I got the medium cheddar. You can do mild or whatever you want, sharp, extra sharp. whatever your liking is. And I just put a generous amount. Now, we're cheese people around here. We love cheese. Just want to cradle that cheese right in side of that skin. And if you get a little bit on your pan, it's okay. It'll clean up. And if you're worried about cleanup, you could actually line this with some foil so you can just throw that away. It's totally up to you. This is an old pan, and I've had it for years. It's black. It used to be silver, but I've just baked on it so much. It's dark, but it's good and seasoned. Don't have to worry about nothing really sticking to this pan. It just cooks things up well. I love to cook like toast and stuff on it because it's great. All right, let's see. I'm gonna scoot that one down just a little bit because this one's wanting to turn crooked on me. All right, get our cheese on. Like I said, lots and lots of cheese. We love it. Little or as much as you like. If you like a spicier cheese, you can go for that too. Make it your own. Once again, guys, I just want to share what I know, and for people who are interested in doing new things and cooking and things like that. And this is really, it's time consuming, but this is not a hard thing to make. And you know, you have friends over for the big game, and they're going to be impressed because you're like, wow, you did this from start to finish, and you did. Now, I'm also going to use some real bacon bits. Now, normally I have bacon in my refrigerator. I cook it in the oven and I keep it in a Ziploc bag, and I could just pull that out and crumble it on, but I am out. So I thought, well, I got these bacon pieces, so I can use them. They're real bacon pieces. They're not the little fake bacon bits. So just get you a little handful of them, as little as much as you like. Sprinkle those on, just how much you want. Like I said, it's all about preference with this kind of stuff. Now, you could garnish this after you take these out. You could garnish them with like some green onions. My husband's not a fan of green onions. I don't have any today anyway, but you could. Like I said, make it your own. We do plan on watching the Super Bowl. I don't know how much we'll get to watch because my husband has to go to work really early on Monday morning. And it seems like they have a late game and you're up till midnight, and he has to get up at 4 o'clock. So I don't know how much we'll get to watch. I guess we'll have to watch what we can and find out who wins later. All right. And then these are some pickled jalapenos that I had put up for my garden this year. I'm going to do 1 or 2 on a couple of them, not all of them, because my husband likes spicy, but lately he's not been wanting things too spicy. So I'm just going to do a couple for me, just a couple of jalapenos. This will spice it up. Of course, you can buy jarred jalapenos at the store, you know, just as easy. I just had these from my garden, so I'm going to do a couple on there. All right. Now, I'm going to put this back in the oven for 8 to 10 more minutes at 400, and we're going to let that get melted and all crispy, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to taste them together, okay? I'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back. All right, I got my potato skins out of the oven. I put my cheese and my bacon on there, and I put a couple of jalapenos on, some of them for me, for spicy. And I baked them for 8 minutes at 400, and then I turned it on broil for 2 minutes because I wanted to get that top real crispy. So these are the end results. Let me see if I can get it up closer to the camera for you. They look delicious. And I think I'm gonna try one now. You can dip these in whatever you want. You can dash hot sauce on them. You can, whatever you would like. But the most popular thing is normally like sour cream or ranch dressing. So my favorite is homemade ranch dressing. I make this. I have a video on that. It's real easy if you want to go back and look at it. So I'm going to get me one of these out. And this little plate come from John's grandmother. She was, it's how I met my husband. John is through his grandmother. I called her Sister Spear. She was a wonderful lady. We were prayer partners. We went to church together for a long time. And like I said, I met my husband, my forever love, John Spear, through his grandmother. And this was her plate. She had sent some food years ago on this plate over to our house, and she told us to keep it. And she's gone now. She's went on to heaven to be with the Lord. But I love this plate. It's so pretty. It's got the flowers on it, and it's real antique looking. I'm not sure where it came from. There's no stamp or anything on the back, but it's very special to us. So we love this little plate. So I'm gonna eat off this today. All right, let's see which one. I think I'll do this one. It's a little bit smaller. A little spicy jalapeno one. All right. And I'm just gonna, I guess I can just drizzle some ranch. If you want to dip, you can, or you can just drizzle the ranch over it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Drizzle a little ranch dressing over that. Ooh, quite a bit of ranch dressing. And if it's cool enough, you can normally pick it up with your hands and eat it, but I'm gonna tell you, this is harder than Satan's toenails, so I'm gonna cut it and have me a little bite. if I can cool it off enough for us to try it. And I love that crispy skin on potatoes. So what happens when you bake them and then you put them back in there open like that, they crisp up. So hot, but it's going to be good. It's so delicious. You got that crispy skin, and you got that cheesiness, and a little bite of that jalapeno, and the creamy ranch. Hot. I would say A+, if I do say so myself. Anyway, excuse me, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Meals with Marcia, and like and share. And also, don't forget that everything you're going to need and how to make this is going to be in the description. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.